from the corners where the real ones talk. Now we bring that energy every time we spark. From the mic to the cam, let the whole thing breathe. Boom, back drums while the whole crew leg. Live in the moment, we call it how it is. Culture, music, bars. This the way we live. Real talk only, never watered down. Every episode, heavy one. We hit the town. TV. From the roots of the city to the world we reach. Every line got grip, every word got heat. Street boom vibe with a worldwide beat. Wop, wop, up. Lights on, host in the zone. Let the bass line ride. Crowd up, hands high. Let the whole thing vibe. Talk that. Let the people all see. What the fuck TV? Bring the culture to the beat.
Yo.
No.
What up?
What up? Yo, this is What the Fuck TV, and we're live.
Live and direct.
Yo, I just want to say good evening to everybody, and welcome to What the Fuck TV. Tonight we're live from 8:30 all the way to 10:30, depending how the vibe goes, because we don't want to take your time. We're bringing you basically 3 shows in one stream. So if you're just getting in here, settle in, lock in, and enjoy the ride. Tonight is going to be one of those nights. One of those nights, fellas.
One of those
It's
nights.
It's going to be one of those nights. We got stuff to talk about.
A lot of stuff.
Right? You know what I mean? We're kicking off with What the Fuck TV, and we're going to be hitting some of the biggest headlines, culture, conversation, and hot takes.
We
handed over.
I haven't kept up with too much this week, so
we're going to catch up.
We'll get you involved. Don't worry.
We'll get you involved. You know what I mean? After What the Fuck TV, then we're going to hand it over to Echo and Black for Choose Other, where the conversation gets deeper, real life, peace, survival, and how to move smart in today's world.
Fact.
And later,
and the Check Other crew, it's not Choose Other, it's Check Other.
Check out. Oh, my bad. Yo, why I got to mess it up like that? Damn, Check Other, my bad.
You know what I'm saying? So we're going to talk about some stuff, no doubt, man. We're going to get
You got to do one of these.
You know what I mean? And then later tonight, we have El Clásico. He's going to close the night with Los Clásicos RD, bringing you Dominican culture, nostalgia, legacy. Huh?
We going Spanglish for my Latino people.
That's right. And those stories we still debate at the barbershop and cookout. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we got something for everybody tonight. You know what I mean? And of course, y'all, we got the family with me tonight. We got right down here, I don't know where you see yourself, but right here we have Echo and Black in the building, ready to take us into the deeper side of life later tonight. And then we have El Clásico right here on this side, to my right, your left.
Your left,
I don't know. You know what I mean?
Do we all see each other in the same spot?
I see myself on the top right.
Yep, that's exactly where you are. Yeah. Clásico's in the
top left.
But since we're brothers, I'm gonna do it this way. Because we all.
Yeah,
there you go.
All right. You know what I mean? So to my left, I guess. To my left, I have a Clásico, which I said he's gonna bring some culture home, and he's gonna close out the show. So Echo, you want to say something real quick for tonight's show?
Nah, man. I don't want to say anything, but I'm gonna say that it's gonna be dope. And I don't know. I'm not gonna kick off the show. I want you to kick off the show.
No. Yeah, I just wanted you to say one thing to the public.
You know the headlines, so we always do it like the brand new. Just kick it off, and we're gonna talk about it.
All right. So, El Clásico, you want to say something, or should I skip you too?
No, you can skip me too. Let's get going with it.
No,
We're on limited time.
Hold on. How was everybody's week though? Let's start with that.
Word.
Yo, my week was good, but today my boss was like, yo, you got to get education done by the end of the month. So I have to learn a whole system like quickly. So I got my Adderall, which I got my prescription. All right. So don't be looking at me like that. You know what I mean? I got my Adderall today, so I popped one in. So maybe, during the show, I'm gonna be a little more focused. You get what I'm saying? I might take one just in case. Y entonces, yeah, bro, I got a lot of work to do this weekend.
Hey,
You know what I mean?
I hope,
El Clásico, how was your week?
It was good, man. I mean, busy work is when it's busy, that's good, right? But at the same time, you always want to dedicate time to family, of course, and to this project that we're starting off. So it's been crazy, but I'm here. You know what I'm saying? So we doing this.
All right. So before we jump in, for any folks that are seeing us right now, I want y'all to do us a huge favor, which will help us out. I want you to hit that like button, subscribe, tap the bell, and drop where you're watching from. You know what I mean? Since we are small, we do read the comments and stuff like that. And you never know, you might get a personal shout out. You know what I mean? So, all right. So for tonight on What TV, we're starting fast, right? We're gonna go into a conversation, which is on Trump, and some conversation on holidays, right? Then we're gonna shift from some politics, and we're gonna hit the moon mission, which was a huge headline. You know what I mean?
Big time.
And then we're gonna hit the meat of today. Floyd Money Mayweather, the legal smoke, the tax pressure, and whether the image is bigger than the truth. You know what I mean? And then after that, we got Check Other, and we're gonna go into battle rap smoke, and I don't mean the smoke, I mean smoke. You know what I mean? We're gonna hit subjects like where to retire in this chaotic world and how to navigate through the matrix. All right.
Okay.
And then the show is going to close off with El Clásico with a little bit of Planeta Alofoke, Carlos Batista Matos, and 5 Dominican artists people still talk about. So trust me, tonight is built to get better as the night goes on.
Yeah.
All right.
We're just gonna wild out and talk and have a conversation about this stuff, man.
Facts. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, man.
So check this out. When public leaders start changing symbols, holidays, or national traditions, are they shaping culture or redirecting attention?
When they start doing what now? Read the first sentence.
When they start changing symbols, holidays, or national traditions.
It's because of what?
Are we talking about
do you
anybody
think
specific?
Well, before we go, it's a broad kind of question. You know what I mean? Is it that they're shaping the culture, today's culture, or are they redirecting our attention?
Absolutely.
What are your thoughts?
I'm with number 2 in every aspect.
Okay.
I think a lot of things that are done are to kind of sway us away from the attention we're supposed to be given. And it happens big time all over the place. That's my opinion. But I'm going to go with the second one.
All right. Echo?
I mean, holidays, symbols, and traditions and everything, they had to be created. And there was a time where it didn't exist. And I think the world has always been a place where symbols, traditions, and holidays change. So when it's changing, I'm just thinking that's just natural process. You know what I mean? I try not to look too deep into it, even though I have tried to look too deep into it and been like, oh, nah, this is a different. But it's like, there was a time where that tradition wasn't there. And at the end of the day, every group of people, whether they're indigenous or whether they came up with whatever they came up with, they're going to have their traditions that they're going to follow no matter what.
Okay. So
You know what I mean? Yeah. So
all right. So that's good you say that. So let's say he were to change, and I had it up. So let me get that for you real quick. Let's say he were to change a name
who's he?
to um
The
let's go to
president.
Oh,
Donald Trump, right? So hold on, let me go right here because I have some notes right here. Um hold on. Damn. I have so many stuff. Like I have pink glasses still here. Um hold on.
While you look for that, I'm going to say a little bit more regarding
Yeah.
why I think it's the second. Did you find it, or do you want me to wait till after you found it? You
No,
found
no,
it?
no. Go in real quick because
No, no. I'm just saying that I just think that a lot of the stuff, especially in today's world, with this president, with so much crap going on, I honestly believe that most of the stuff that goes on or that they do or make changes is to always sway our mind elsewhere. I mean, everything from the president dressing up like Jesus Christ and then acting like an idiot and saying, "Oh, I was trying to be a doctor." I go, listen, if I was a reporter, and this is the thing that pisses me off about watching the news these days. If I'm a reporter and somebody's going to tell, and the president of the United States is going to look in the camera and say, that's the fake news saying blah blah blah. That's me supposed to be a doctor. I would look him in the face and go, either you're an idiot or you're saying that all the citizens of this country are idiots for you to think that we're going to believe some BS story like that. And again, what is the things that when stuff like this happens, what's going on in the world? Well, we got the war that people are unhappy with. We got the sexual abuses, the Epstein files. So while we're sitting around talking all this stuff about A, B, C, and D, we always need to think to ourselves, what is it that they're trying to push us away from so we're not talking about it? And that's why I say that it's really redirecting attention rather than quote unquote, changing national traditions and stuff like that. Because right now, if you ask my opinion, we've hit the lowest of lows in the time that I've been alive to see different various presidents in terms of Republicans and Democrats. I've never seen the United States hit this low the way it has today, because this is beyond this world. I'm going all over the place, but I'm just trying to give you my 2 cents. Go ahead.
So one thing that I had read, it was he was trying to change, and it could be fake news, it could be real, but I just wanted us to talk about it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It was changing Veterans Day to World War One Day.
Come on now.
And then the other one was changing Columbus Day to Indigenous People Day.
Well, I thought isn't it the other way around that he was trying to do it? In other words,
Columbus Day.
it used to be Columbus Day, and then they changed it to Indigenous Peoples Day.
Oh, it's Indigenous Peoples Day?
And he's trying to change it back.
When did it change? You see, I haven't even been on the news.
During, say, the woke time in this country, when woke was really big. So history obviously says we celebrate Columbus Day. I mean, this is the bit I know. We celebrate Columbus Day as the man who, quote unquote, discovered America. Now, for us in school, in elementary school, America is this country, USA. But what we don't realize as we get older and we study more is he found the Americas, meaning North and South America, ended up eventually landing in the island of Hispaniola. But what nobody talks about is that what he did, he made a stop in Africa and brought slaves into this country. So in reality, what Christopher Columbus was a slave trader, a slave owner, and we're sitting here celebrating it. So around that time when woke and Black Lives Matter and all that stuff was blowing up, that's when people decided to make changes about Columbus Day versus Indigenous Peoples Day. And as far as the Veterans Day, why would you change that? You know, we have other days that we celebrate. We celebrate Pearl Harbor Day. And if I'm correct, we weren't even involved in World War I. We jumped in World War II after Pearl Harbor was attacked, or in between World War I and World War II, after Pearl Harbor was attacked. So from my point of view, if I'm correct, and somebody could leave a comment. We weren't even involved in World War I to begin with for them to even want to change the name to World War One Day or something like that. So, but then again,
yeah, that's wild. What's going on is wild. There's no sense to it. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? So there was a thing, right? Like in Colombia, folks don't like to be called indios, right? Like the people that look more, indigenous, they don't
sure.
like to be called indios out there, right? However, I had heard another statement that the reason why Columbus called them indios was not because of Indian, like
Mhm.
India, but he was saying people in God, in Dios.
Oh, see, I didn't know that's that.
Yeah, I have heard that. I don't know how true it could be. You know what I mean? I don't know how true it could be. But that's what I heard. All right. Well, I like their inputs on that. You know what I mean? So basically, we could roll off of that. Now, check this out. What do you guys think about the mission? So, we're debating symbols on Earth while humanity is still trying to touch the moon again. So, what does real progress actually look like? You know what I mean?
Are we talking
What
about the
the
recent
moon mission? Yeah, the
mission?
moon mission that you just
So,
recently.
I watched the video that you sent me with Neil
Okay.
deGrasse.
Mhm.
Great
It's a
video.
good video.
That dude is phenomenal. I mean, isn't he like what's his official title?
He's
I just
I don't
know
know
that
what
he's a smart
his
mother
title.
effer without saying the bad
Yeah.
word. But man, am I talking too much? I'm opinionating too
No,
much.
no,
Or
no,
do you
no.
mind
This
if
is
I dig
good.
in?
This is good. This is good.
It's interesting how he put it. I didn't know this. So we didn't necessarily during the Kennedy years, we didn't necessarily had a reason to go up to space. But it turns out
If
that
we did, hold on.
go ahead.
If we actually did,
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. But my point is based on what I learned is we didn't really have a reason to go up to space. We were just what we would call in a
cloud
penis
chasing.
measuring contest with Russia and other countries.
Yeah.
So Russia sent out the first astronaut and the first pet to space. So we were like, "Oh, you did that? We got to get our stuff going," and we sent people up there with the Apollo missions until we finally made it to the moon. According to those who believe it, and those who don't, it's a different story. And I think that now, why haven't we gone to the moon? According to Neil, we haven't gone to the moon because there's really been no reason other to go back to it until Trump came around. Why? Because they found out that China is making moves to do the same thing. So I didn't know this. I learned this watching the video today from Neil. This is something that we've just been doing because we want to show our almighty U.S. selves to the world. Oh, you doing something big and amazing? We could do something better.
Yeah, definitely. Echo, yeah, I see you smile, so that means you got some intellectual stuff to say. You're on mute, but it's okay.
Oh, you're on mute. We can't hear you.
You're on mute, bro.
I actually don't. I don't have much to say. Clásico said it all. I wasn't around for the question, but so I'm sorry about that.
No, it's all good. It's all good. We were just talking about the moon mission, and there was a video. Neil deGrasse saying deGrasse.
Yeah, I think it's Neil deGrasse.
Neil deGrasse Tyson. Yeah.
deGrasse Tyson. Yeah. So he was just like, yo, the only reason we went to the moon was because somebody else was trying to go to the moon, and we wanted to show us that we still the big dogs to get to the moon.
Yeah.
Okay. He's an astrophysicist. That's the
astrophysicist. By the way, guys, if you guys haven't heard some of his things, what he talks about, some of his subjects, bro, just listen to it.
I have.
Yeah,
I know that smoke, but yo, me sober, I can listen to hours and hours and hours of all his conversations, bro.
Only sober?
Yeah, bro, I love it because You got a
Is it
nice.
so early?
You have a nice
It's
joke.
so- but like no, because I would think like yo, I would think you would be like yo, if I smoke an L, I like to listen to Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Nah, bro. Yo, if I smoked an L and listened to Neil deGrasse, I'll probably go crazy, and I'll probably be a flat earther. Which, but anyway, we won't get into that.
Yeah,
Harvard and Columbia graduate. Look at that,
Bro, that dude is smart, bro.
big
he's
time.
smart shit. My 7-year-old is smart. I think that brother, that goes. Yeah, he's a genius.
He's at another level.
You gotta call that man a genius. Yeah, you gotta call him a genius at that point, bro.
Yeah, bro. Like, and I love the co-host because he speaks more my level. So while Neil just speaks in like this super intellectual way, the co-host just like
This
breaks
high
it down.
IQ level, right? Like
Yeah,
beyond.
yeah. Dude
Yeah,
just
man,
be
I
out
mean,
of this world.
It's good stuff. Just going back to that thing, I didn't know that. I had no clue. I'm thinking we're going out to the moon to search new land,
Moon rock?
new opportunities, or whatever. You know what I mean? Or at least
we was trying to get the ops.
we was trying to get the ops, and then all it turns out is we're in a Cold War with Russia, and Russia's sending out what they call cosmonauts. I think it's what it's called.
Cosmonauts.
What they call astronauts. Mm-hmm. And it turns out that you guys do that, we'll do one better. And I'm like, really? All this money, but you know.
Now it leads to another question. What happened to Star Wars during the 80s under the Reagan administration?
Star Wars?
Yeah, remember?
I
don't remember Star Wars for real.
Yeah, of course. They were fired.
I don't remember Star Wars.
And I think if I'm correct, the first movie started in 78.
No, not that Star Wars.
Listen.
It was the Star Wars under the Reagan administration that they were actually defense systems within the atmosphere.
I'm sitting here thinking you're talking about movie and you're talking about real life.
No, we're talking about the moon and then you're talking about the movie.
My bad. You said Star Wars in the 80s. Yeah. Okay, you said Star Wars in the 80s. You're going to go get mad at me?
I said the Reagan administration.
That was a double entendre.
Facts.
See, that was good. So you just got to love those.
All right. So let's move off of that. Now
that was deep.
That was, man. You know what? I may have to buy some gummies and listen to Neil deGrasse. I might have to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Not today.
All right.
Not
today. Not today. As for you, I don't think so. All right. So let's. I have a question for you guys. How does the man called money keep ending up in money trouble?
How Money Man Mayweather. It's a lifestyle, man.
Yeah,
it's a lifestyle. You know, not everyone that doesn't come from money understand that, you know, if you live a bit below your means, you'll be just fine.
Okay.
If you're a billionaire and you live like you're 100,000 there, it's just keep it pushing, you'll be all right, man. But they said Floyd averages $500 a day, $500,000 a day spending. When it comes to everything, and yeah, he's fighting for money. Why else would he? You know, I mean, I think he has some real estate trouble. Whatever it is,
just
no, it's really IRS debt. IRS
debt as well. I mean, it's a combination of things, right? It's just not.
Yeah, he has lawsuits all over the place.
But at the end of the day, you know, calm down, bro. Calm down. But you know, is it hard to calm down once you fly?
Once you're at that level, right?
Yeah, so I don't listen. I don't blame him for coming back and doing something exhibition style.
Wait. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
My bad.
Don't jump the gun. Okay. So before we go there, all right. So there's a rumor, like El Clásico said, $7.3 million IRS lien. That means they're going for everything and his underwear.
Oh, that's not a rumor. That's legit. That's legit.
Right?
I looked it up.
All right. So then there's a now we could probably hear the fight, right? So just with that new fight that he's coming back with Manny Pacquiao, now he's facing $100 million um what's it called? $1 million for breach of contract because
Lawsuit.
he called a lawsuit because he called it an exhibition match, which is a professional match. So on him saying that's just an exhibition, they're suing him for $100 million just in that, for calling it an exhibition. Like you said, you don't blame him for coming back, but there's a twofold in that. Did he call it an exhibition because of his record? He doesn't want to lose his 50-0, or does he, in his mind, does he have it as a actual exhibition? Yeah, I haven't heard the news. That's why I told you we're gonna get deep today.
Are we really gonna sit here and
We lost you, Clásico. We lost you,
sit here and
Clásico.
question that?
You know what I mean? And then there was another company.
Are we really gonna sit here
company.
and question that?
Yeah, no. I already know he doesn't want to lose his 50-0, and I think Manny Pacquiao is coming out with a to knock him out. You get what I'm saying? But there was also a company, a flight company that he owes $100,000, and it was so funny because they ended the whole lawsuit and 1 cent. That's what he owes for services that were rendered, but he didn't pay. So how much money does he really have? Are we looking at what happened to Mike Tyson, that they stole his money?
I think he was a little bit more savvy with his money.
Same here.
You think so?
I agree.
Yeah, of course. Listen, we're hanging, we're talking about a possible brute man. You know what I mean? Some people say a man can't read. We're not there might be a certain cap where his intelligence gets to the point where, does he have a financial advisor, or does he have a team?
He had a whole team
that have guidance. Yeah, well, he has bodyguards, that's for sure. But other than that, does he have administrators? It doesn't look like he does that. He does.
Well, when you walk around with stacks like this, you do not have administrators.
Crazy that. That's crazy to be that old doing that.
Some of them have, but you're right. He was just flossing money. Now, he's also suing Showtime for 300-something million that he never got, of money that he never got for his past fights. So he's crying for money right now.
All right, man. Aren't we?
If he's fighting Pacquiao, he's
2% of that 300 million, man. Matter of fact, 0.00, man. I'll take anything. But yeah, 300 million is crazy. 100 million. We talk about millions, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, millions, bro. So Echo, I have a quick question for you. Right? Do you think he has money problems or just a rich person strategy?
Man, that's a great question. Because that's a thing. It's a thing. A strategy and that's something that is very underrated, and especially when it comes to the urban community. Bro, these people have been rich forever because they've worked strategies into however the system is already set up. They find the loopholes and they get down. So you never know if this is Mayweather being, moving the chess. Maybe, hopefully he's that smart. I'll root for him to be that smart.
Right.
But there's a large possibility that he's
bro.
That he's just like, nah, I need more, or I need to settle something. I don't know, man. It's crazy. That's a good question.
At this point in time, if he's taking this fight, he has to be dealing with money problems.
Okay, now I'm gonna ask you a question. So do you think his image can survive if the paperwork keeps stacking?
You mean these lawsuits and all this stuff going
Yeah,
on
the
right now?
lawsuits, all paperwork on money Floyd.
I mean, maybe to the urban community, like Echo said, but I'm gonna tell you one thing. I know a lot of people that are looking to see this man fall and would love to celebrate his downfall. So will he survive? It might be a little balance, you know. Maybe in the
Yeah.
you know, his fans might be like, yeah, no matter what, that's Floyd money. But everybody else who hated him is gonna be on some hater shit. Oh, I said a bad word. Hater stuff.
Nah,
Can we
it's all
swear?
good. It's all good. We passed the 2 minutes, bro. That's why we had the little
Oh, okay, okay,
countdown and
okay.
then the intro, bro. It's
No, no,
okay.
no. So yeah, I mean that's the haters are always gonna come with some BS. So I don't know. That's
All right.
my take.
So this is, and now it gets a little funny now. So what if I told you that Manny Pacquiao, Manny Pacquiao is so grimy with it right now. He even purchased one of his gyms
Oh damn.
since he's in money trouble. Now, because remember, let me see. I think it was who went bankrupt but still had money. I think MC Hammer. He had a whole. He was super rich. You know, he did spend money, but when people claim bankruptcy, it's not poor people bankruptcy. So bankruptcy, they're like, yo, I ain't got nothing, but they got jewelry. They got a whole bunch of
They got
liquid
assets hidden too and all that stuff.
assets. Yeah,
Right, right.
Yeah, and they also don't put those assets under their personal name. A lot of those are
Correct,
protected
correct.
by
Right,
liability companies. You know what I'm saying? And things like that. They get shuffled up.
Under
I
their
was
mother's
watching
name.
Yeah, I was watching something on the Purdue family. Remember the Purdue Pharmaceuticals?
The chicken joints.
No, the people that made Oxycontin, Purdue Pharmaceuticals.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
Hey man, y'all know about Oxycontin. It put America in its knees. They had a 9-point-something billion lawsuit. So they chilled, they kept it quiet, filed for bankruptcy. Only wound up paying they paid like 6-7 billion instead of the 9, but they never went to court.
That's
Strategy,
great.
like you said earlier, strategies of the rich. You feel me? Of the people that are in that matrix.
You know what I mean? So, yo, I think we had a good talk today. I think the talk went better because I was on Adderall and it
What?
wasn't as fun. I think the conversation went better today because I was on Adderall. So
Are you being paid to advertise it?
no, I'm
I
just
know, man.
saying, bro.
You've
I'm
been
just saying.
promoting it a little too much.
I think Adderall is my best friend. You know what I mean? I actually like. I'm gonna look at the footage before and after. You see, this goes into the twerk conversation, but you know what I mean. But anyhow, real quick, just in case you just came in and you're watching us, you know what I mean. It would be great if you guys could hit that like button, subscribe, hit the bell.
Send
You know what I
money,
mean?
and Hallmark cards.
Super chat. You know what I mean? It doesn't hurt. You
Whatever,
know,
man.
it makes us go forward.
We take canned goods.
What happened? You said?
I said we take canned goods.
Man, what? Yeah, shit. We take gas. I'll take gas right now.
Gas is at a premium.
How much is gas right now?
In my area, $4.20 a gallon. That's the cheap one.
Good
Let it
Lord.
join.
We're at 359 still.
So,
It's Texas.
so now that we're talking about gas prices, right? Do you think gas prices is affecting other types of entertainment? Let's say battle rap, let's say sports. You know what I mean?
It's
Echo.
affecting everything.
No.
All right. No.
Huh?
No, Echo. I was asking, and you were saying something.
It is affecting eventually the supply chain of things.
Hey, that's where I'm going.
But like battle rap and all entertainment, Coachella just had there was 1 million people at Coachella, man. There was
All
a million
right.
people like each other. All right, so I was gonna
All
say
right.
that. Yeah,
So
go
you
ahead.
know what? Real quick. So what I want you to do is, you know what I mean. I want you to take us in deeper with check other. You know what I mean,
Okay.
and give us your take. You know what I mean.
On
I
what?
pass it over. I pass it over to you. I pass it over to you.
Okay. So
Coachella.
as far as like gas and everything else.
You could run it from here, brother. This is
Yeah,
you. This is you now.
yeah. Gas is crazy. As far as
Yo, put them in the middle. Can you do
yeah,
that?
huh?
No, I can't.
No.
I
No,
can't
that's
put him
so
in the
good.
middle.
I mean, yeah. It's crazy. Gas is wild, man. To answer your question, we started off like that. I don't know if it's stopping entertainment or battle rap. I think it will, of course, affect everything else. You know what I mean?
Big time. Big
Especially,
time.
especially scary to say when it comes to water. That's going to be crazy. But yeah, yeah. So but battle rap has been shit for a long time now, and people have been stealing people's money for a while. Uh, I was just watching the RBE breakdown where he's talked about how it's been grimy and he's had to walk away from battles. You imagine,
Mhm.
these are league owners, Clásico and whoever else doesn't know. These are league owners who own a league, just like any other sports league, right? And then they throw events where these rappers compete against each other, right? So it's
Right.
leagues and different rappers go to different leagues. Some rappers have exclusive contracts with such leagues where they can't get battle anywhere else unless it's permitted. All that other shit. Um, yeah. So what happens is that um, uh, my man ARP happened to be a owner of a league who's now spilling the beans a little bit. In his last blog, he was like, "Yo, I done walked away from battles, paid someone the front end. Something went sour, they couldn't make it, and I just had to walk away from that battle instead of trying to make it up, because that's
Really?
what's happening with T Top right now.
Wow.
T
Yeah.
Top, T Top did the no cut 2 event, had 7 battles scheduled, only 2 battles happened,
Oh, damn.
5
Yeah.
battles.
And
One of them,
packed house,
well,
expecting people.
$50 pay-per-view as well. Not to mention the money he spent bringing all of those people, because if it's 7 battles, that's 14 people. And so
Plus hotels.
plus hotels, So
What?
T Top is a cool dude, great person, a great personality, great character. You can tell he's a good dude. The room, the question is in the game: is he too smooth? Is he too friendly? Because all of his friends seem to back out. Nobody really promoted the event. People didn't show up. One of the main culprits is your boy Twerk. I was just watching the Chris Unbiased blog. Big shout to Chris Unbiased.
Yes.
The battle rap fans that follow him. He was just
Yes.
like, yo, he's battle rap has an obligation to really put some people in their place and be like, yo, you can't keep doing that. We're not going to support you. And I think Twerk needs to be that kind of person.
Was there a reason
Yeah.
given for those artists not to show up? They never said why.
Some of
I,
them. Yeah.
I don't know the specifics. You might know more than me. Oh,
So Charlie Clips. Shout out to Charlie Clips, and whatever you're going through, bro. I support you 110% because you're one of the real ones. I am a fan. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be biased right here. I am a fan. And he was getting a lot of slack because he was in the karaoke after he had canceled everything. And then he was on 15 Minutes of Fame. So shout out for this 15 Minutes of Fame, Uncle Rob. And Charlie Clips did say, he was going through something. He had a death in the family, whatever. And he's a type of battle rapper that doesn't, when his aunt died or something, grandmother died, he actually, went through it and actually went to a battle rap. But he said this time he just couldn't. You know what I mean? He was going through something hard. Two, like I said, 2 deaths in the family. And I don't blame him, bro. I don't. I haven't seen anybody, and he was like, he actually said, people say that, I always come unprepared, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I was going through something. I didn't want to go unprepared, only with 2 rounds. So it goes back to what Echo has said a couple of weeks ago. He was like, yo, Charlie Clips comes unprepared. So what? You rather him come and just freestyle the whole night? Or do you want him to be prepared and just cancel it for another day? You know what I mean? That's just one battle rapper. I think what I heard could be true, could be fake, whatever. Tay Rock didn't show up because he had like a sty in his eye, so he didn't want to, whatever. Twerk is just twerk, bro. Twerk is just twerk. Twerk. I'm sorry, he shouldn't be booked. Now, you know, I don't know, but
Don't
did you
know.
hear what happened that battle though?
Which battle?
That tournament, that night, yeah, on T Tub's tournament
Oh, with the 5,000?
with the 10,000 that was supposed to be won.
10,000 was supposed to be given, and the boy that went in with him didn't give his part either. I think his name is Scoop.
Scoop, yeah.
So
Yeah, he's a league owner.
Battle Talk
And-
Entertainment League. Yeah, but it's just before people were complaining about the #1 league, which is URL. Big shout to Smack and Beasley. They ran shit a certain way. People didn't like it. Everybody was like, nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. Now the battle rappers have their own leagues. And now they see how difficult it is when they have to deal with their own peers. They have to get things organized. Looking back at what it maybe took to make an SM2, Summer Madness 2, that had to be, the production for that had to be crazy. Jonathan, Clásico, one day we're gonna go through Summer Madness 2, which is probably URL's biggest rap event to date. I thought about Puffy, I thought about Buster, Q-Tip, everybody was up in there.
Oh, okay. Which, by the way, just so you know, just for purposes of engaging, I saw that battle rap between Loaded Lux and Clásico, and it was good. I gotta say, if I could pick, Loaded Lux won between the two, in my opinion.
Well, no, that's you and a billion other people agree.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
all right. Now,
Yeah.
it's a
So that's
different
good.
format of battle rap. I mean, it's almost like, I know you guys are gonna kill me for saying this. It sounds almost like poetry, but with some.
It is. It
flow,
kind of
you know what I
is.
mean?
Spoken
kinda
word
is.
mostly because it's not
Spoken
on
word. Thank you. That's
Yeah,
and
because it's not on the beat.
but I'm one that I'm sitting here listening to these words. I'm like, damn, you dudes got some bars, yo.
Yeah.
So I just listened to that one. I'm not gonna sit here and say I listened to 50 of them, but just in the interest of getting it, you introduced me to that one, and I enjoyed it. So I'm gonna
Now,
be listening. If you guys got other ones that I could listen to,
Yeah.
now,
Did I'm sorry. Did you listen to it or you watched it?
well, I listened. Well, a little bit of both. So I had it on my earpiece, and I'd be looking, but at the same time, when I take my eyes off, that's when I really concentrate on the words. Like if I'm just too busy looking at the screen, but when I got it on my earpiece and I'm listening to the words, I'm like, damn. But what I was going to tell you is this was like old. This is old, right? That video was older.
2012.
Okay, because it did seem it was like a while back. Okay.
I want to say this, man. Now that you talk about Clásico versus Loaded Lux, I was hoping we were going to do it as a reaction video. While we're on the segment of battle rap, I want to provide some context for you about that battle, because I know I want you to go back to it.
Sure.
Right? So Loaded Lux predates the URL era. That battle that you watched or you listened to, that was on a league called URL, which at that time was the #1 league for that type of format. You follow? So boom. Loaded Lux was a legend already in his own right in New York for being a battle rap MC that was dope. It wasn't wasn't a very traditional. He didn't have the same traditional style a lot of New Yorkers were using when he was out. A lot of New Yorkers sounded like Young Chris and Jay and Jay-Z. They had that kind of like flow, you know.
Right.
Loaded Lux wasn't like that. Loaded Lux was like super little, right? Like he was wild. He was super technical with it. So anyway, Loaded Lux battled the dude named Young Miles in Harlem. Young Miles is from Detroit. He wiped the floor. He wiped the floor with Young Miles, right? He wiped the floor with him. So now Clásico is a young cat from Detroit as well, coming up. He's coming up. Nice. Clásico's always been nice. Clásico's actually one of my favorites on the low. So at that time, there was another so-called legend. I don't think he's a battle rap legend. A lot of people say he is. That's fine. That's cool. But there was another dude from New York that was making noise in the DVDs. His name was Matt Hoffa. Matt Hoffa at that time.
Matt Hoffa. Matt
Hoffa was battling as well. Whatever. So somehow, some way, them two got into, oh yeah, we're gonna battle. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the battle got set up between Clásico and Matt Hoffa, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Matt Hoffa came out with a whole campaign called "I'm a kill Clásico."
Damn.
I'm a kill. So he started doing a whole bunch of little video skits about that, promoting the battle. This is early days. This is 2010, 2011, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe 2012. So Matt, was trying to convince people that he was going to wild out on Clásico. The battle happens. Clásico wipes the floor.
No.
Matt Hoffa in New York.
All in his own turf, basically.
In New York.
Damn.
They moved the shit out of Hoffa. He was terrible.
No.
So after that, Clásico was like, these New York niggas ain't nothing. Yo, bring me Loaded Lux. Bring me
Hold on, time out. Before you keep going, so Clásico, let me tell you a little bit. For an outsider to win in New York,
wasn't heard of.
Like, bro, it's hard to, because New York is the type of place, bro. Yo, we New York all day. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So when he gotta be nice to win in New York.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I want to say this about that. For a lot of years, New York caught a lot of slack because New York, people started getting the rap. That's when the boo era started. There was a time where URL had a crowd, and even if the MC was whack, people would listen. And then there came a time where it was changing, and people started getting booed. That wasn't an all New York crowd. Because around that time, a lot of people were traveling to come and see.
Okay, yeah, you're right. But it was still New York.
That stigma became a URL crowd type thing. Now, New York is still rowdy, but so is anywhere you freaking go is rowdy. But New York, of course, we still gonna represent. But around that time where Matt Hoffa got booed in New York when he faced Clásico, it was because there was a crowd forming in the URL culture that was like, yo, we don't want to hear no whack bars, and you're getting killed. You know what I mean? There was a lot of little inner rules that were coming about, whatever.
Sure.
So anyway, Clásico, ya tu sabes. He's like, yo, I want a Loaded Lux. Bring me your man. The battle gets set up for Summer Madness 2. So Summer Madness 2 comes along. Loaded Lux has a casket with Clásico's name on it. You can see that at the beginning of the battle, when you watch it again, the main copy, make sure it's from URL. They show Loaded Lux coming in with his people. They show the casket with the RIP Clásico and his team carrying RIP Clásico picket signs. Or
can I interrupt 1 second?
Okay.
So, guess whose idea was it for Loaded Lux to come in with the casket, bro?
Who?
I might have heard this before. I might have not.
Beasley.
Okay.
Beasley gave the idea on some WWF stuff,
Right.
and told Loaded Lux, yo, it would be great if you brought in a casket, bro.
It worked. It was the most showmanship battle rap had seen since that time. Look, like before that, cats was just coming up to rhyme with their peoples on stage. Nobody was really a showman at that level where they're bringing in props or whatever. Not only did he bring a casket to the battle, but he was dressed like a preacher man.
Right.
And then,
I remember. Yeah. With the suit. Right. Yeah.
And if you hear his rapping style at the beginning, it's almost like he's preaching.
Like a sermon. Right.
Like a sermon. You know what I'm saying? What he said in the, this for my brothers up north, getting full of that Jack Mac. Last smack back, we had a nigga to smack back, and you gonna love it. It's gonna be a lot of head rolls. You know what I mean? It was just it really. Now the stigma was también that a lot of the older, because they were considered older rappers, Loaded Lux was considered an older rapper compared to Clásico. They didn't have it in them to bring it into the newer format of battle rap. So this is why this battle was so crazy too, because this is the first time Loaded Lux was on the big stage. They called it big stage. And now the URL had what's called a big stage, where it's like droves of people coming. It's like a concert almost, smoke concert, of people coming to hear you rhyme against this other cat. And in this battle, he did it great. Now, here's the other controversy I was trying to get into. I did all that to try to get into this. Loaded Lux chokes in the first. Did you notice that?
Yeah, a little bit.
Harlem Hospital giving beds out. Harlem Hospital giving beds out. That's what he got stuck at. So now everybody's like, oh, he gonna lose because there's no way he choked against Clásico, because Clásico's a monster.
Sure, right.
So you could tell Loaded Lux, if you watch his actions, you could tell he's like, man, he was mad that he came. So his second verse is the remainder of his first verse. He didn't kick a second verse. You understand that? It's 3 verses.
Yeah.
The first round, he messed up, but in the second round, he kicked the first verse.
Finishing his first verse.
He finished it. And that to me was amazing. And then in the third verse, that's when he killed them with talking about his Clásico's dad.
I heard that. I remember you guys talking about that.
Yeah.
You guys were like, oh, remember what he's talking about? Because that's why it started hitting my head. That's why I was like, no, this is getting personal. It's too personal. You're not going to understand it.
Exactly.
So I started remembering the stuff that you guys were telling me, and I'm like, okay, I see where you guys are going with it.
His dad's name is Blackface, and he's down with a gang called BMF.
Okay.
Like Big Beach, right? So
Clásico's dad
is Blackface from BMF.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, and what Loaded Lux did was he did a personal third verse to talk to Clásico about not following his dad's footsteps and how his dad is just a lost nigga out here in the world. Don't be like him. Right? So that's what made that battle monumental on top of everything else surrounding it. So give it another listen, bro.
I will. No, I will. I wanted to just get it in so that I could kind of tell you guys, man, this was, again, the whole style was different.
Yeah, it's an amazing.
But I think sometimes not even looking at it and just listening to it, that's when you capture all the words. Like, because I'm into lyrics. That's my thing. So definitely.
So quick question. So do you think nowadays beef is helping the culture grow? That was towards Echo, but he left.
I mean, Echo, you still there?
Yeah, that was for Echo, but he.
I mean, beef is beef. What now?
Is beef helping the culture right now?
Yeah, man. I mean, what, battle rap or the industry?
Battle rap.
That's what battle rap is. That's what battle rap needs, that, because then if there's no beef, if there's no disagreement, at least if there's nothing like that, then the battles are not going to become interesting. It's like if y'all two was in the battle rap league, you and Clásico, old Clásico, y'all the best of friends, but because there's nobody else to battle, y'all gonna battle.
Yeah,
it's gonna be dope to hear y'all rap, but it's not gonna have any hype around that. I mean, even with the Floyd thing, we could say all day it's because of money, but there's an interest there. You want to see that. You want to see it.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm not, so beef and battle rap is not a bad thing. What's messing battle rap up is the man, undisciplined people that have no work ethic trying to run businesses, doing business.
or
And you don't know nothing about nothing, and you don't take the time to do nothing.
or are friendships messing up the new battle rappers turned league owners?
No, because if you're gonna this is what I was saying earlier. There was a period of time where URL was getting so criticized by the battle rappers themselves. Oh, the money. Oh, this. Oh, I remember I did this for free. Oh, not knowing what it takes to run something. Now
Yeah.
they do it. Now they're doing it, and they are witnessing how hard it is to run something.
Yeah, but I mean, in the way of, let's say, do you think that on RBE, 5 battles would just cancel on him?
Oh no, the T top thing is different. Obviously, yes, somebody took him for either he has really bad luck or they just all decided to just F this dude, right?
Back out
Yeah,
of it.
but again, that's just testament to T top too. Is it did you take advice? Was it maybe too many battles, bro? Maybe was it too many for your first event or second event? Maybe, bro. I mean, it could be a whole bunch of factors, but yes, that could be a situation where he might be too friendly of a person and he got taken advantage of.
All right. So with the whole $10,000 thing, do you think it was because T Top just ended up paying it not too long ago? So as of yesterday, it wasn't paid, but as of today, they paid Loso the 10,000. Now, what is your take on the 10,000? Because it was also said that Loso reused the bar, which was the baptism bar that he had used like 6 years ago. Like, what's your take on losing? When do you say reusing is not allowed? Period. Let's go
Uh,
there.
Listen, man, battle rap is not easy. Writing is not easy. Writing a rhyme is not easy, man. If you have the talent for doing that, then you're a special person. I mean, no matter how basic of what it is, whatever. But we we got to talk about what might be acceptable to you, might not be acceptable to culture overall. And the culture of battle rap is you can't reuse old stuff. You really
But it
can't.
was one bar.
Doesn't matter. To some people, I might be like, as a person who understands that writing a rhyme could be very difficult, and then having a lot of rhymes that don't sound alike is very difficult. I might can let it pass, but a battle rap fan might be like, oh no, or they could just be like, yo, I'm gonna take a point off, and that's valid too. If you want to take a point off, if you're doing a point system through a round, and you want to take a point off because he's doing the freaking bar that he used 17 years ago, that's up, that's up to the person. It's subjective.
All right, all right.
Yeah, but
Um,
the scoop thing, I don't know too much about that dude. It seems like from what I've seen at the Chris Bias vlog, he's one of them dudes that he talks about being solid and that but he owes money. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
He talks a lot about solidarity and keeping it real, but he owes niggas
yeah.
money. So yeah.
Now, I was real surprised, and I was actually a little proud of T Top that he came out of pocket and paid off those 5,000 that was owed. You know what I mean? Um, ARP said he was like, bosses take losses. You know what I mean? And he took his L. But it's kind of messed up where, well, not messed up, but to another point that ARP said, what was in the contract? Because the contract was signed way before the 10,000 was said. You know what I mean? So would that have affected T Top? You know what I mean? Saying, hey, on the contract it was only five that you would win 5 Gs, but we upped it 5 to 10. You know what I mean? Would that really have affected T Top? You're on mute. You're on mute.
We can't hear you.
Like if it was in the contract that it was 5, but the 5 was
Yeah.
optional or verbal and it wasn't guaranteed.
Yeah.
Who knows if these cats even know how to manipulate joints? Like, you feel what I'm saying?
Like a contract. You're right.
Come on now, because you might have some people like I feel like I'm at a level in my life. I'm not the smartest dude, like no stretch of anything. But I probably could read a contract right now. You know what I mean? Even if it has legalese and I'm gonna take a day or two to understand it, I'm gonna read through it. You understand what I'm saying? Because, you know, the saying, the pen is mightier than the sword is not coincidental. It really is, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to see the written word is the written word. So you got to read that. Who knows if these cats have people dealing with it? It's just past thinking that's my boy. He's just going to do whatever. Not even, you know what I'm saying? Who knows who's on that level when it comes to that? So it could be none of them. Or it could be a couple of them.
So let's say, let's say you got signed. You know what I mean? Major label. You know what I mean? And your career kicks off. Where do you see yourself retiring? Or where do you see yourself escaping in the world?
Man, that question comes up every day almost in my household. Because, I mean, you know, we talk about it a lot.
You like that, Clásico? You like that? You like that, Clásico? I saw that.
Yeah. Nah, the man's been on him. He's been on his shit. It's one of those things, where it comes up every day. My wife and I talk about it all the time. And, I know there's not many places where you could go and live peacefully in this world right now, bro. It's not.
Facts.
We had our eyes set on Dominican Republic. I worry about things later on in life, like healthcare, access to certain things. An island life, a campo life will be the main stuff. But I wouldn't mind living in a modern or in a first world country that offers everything, So, my wife, she's European, you know what I mean? She has a European Union citizenship, so she can move anywhere in Europe. So I'll be like, I'm always messing with her, like, let's just go to Switzerland.
Yeah.
We need to go to Switzerland, bro. I mean, but I also don't want to live in a cold environment. I've been to Europe. Europe is very cloudy. It be no sun out there, which is great for white people, but not good for black people. Black people need their sun. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
So it's a difficult question, but I know if I get the type of FU money that I consider FU money, I definitely would get out of the United States. You know what I mean? No disrespect to nobody, but I would definitely get the hell out of here.
So honestly, bro, and y'all may laugh, whatever, but campo life is not for me. Number one, I can't do big bugs like, let's say, those flying roaches. I'm sorry, I would just I'd rather you hold me up with a gun to my head than say, I'm gonna put you in a room with like huge cockroaches. I can't do that, bro. Like, I was with my girl and we were eating at this restaurant, right? It's overlooking this beautiful scenery, right, of Santa Marta. All of a sudden she looks down, bro. They were like spiders, like this big, bro.
Man.
But they were the spiders, these special spiders that come out like in the wilderness, whatever. That when they do their web and the light hits it, it's like in gold, right? But they build their webs in packs, so you don't have one, you don't have two, you don't have three, you have like 10 of them, like taking like 10 Spider-Man, like the Spider-Man universe, bro, like all over the place, bro. I'm sorry, I would bug the hell out. You know what I mean? So I can't do that campo life, but my girl loves, chick. If it was up to her, bro, she'll have a farm, like chickens, roosters, hens, you know what I mean, horses, anything you could think of, she'll probably love.
That's
You
a
know what I'm saying?
beautiful live.
Yeah, I
Now,
can't do the horses, but I could definitely do like the chickens and the smaller animals and stuff like that. So
I'm not even gonna go there with the horses, but I will catch you after the show.
it sounded a little weird. Yeah, I know.
Nah, I will catch
No,
you
I'm
after the
saying
show.
though, I would love to go live in DR if I had the ability to retire over there. I don't know if I could live in the city life, so I'd have to wait till my last child is old enough and in college and moved on from the house. I'd probably want to live in the outskirts. I'm not a campo kind of person, but I definitely don't like that city life. I don't like it anymore. I'm not into that. I like
Yeah,
that in between.
yeah.
It could be a nice city. Like I was watching. There's this dude. I forget his name, man. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have it next time. He's like an Anthony Bourdain, right? Or Mark Weens, if anybody knows Mark
Is
Weens.
he this light skinned dude with a beard?
Correct.
Yeah,
And
bro, that's my guy.
his show is shot amazingly. It's beautiful, and he was going through the south part of the island, and he stopped in Bani. And I was like, oh, I know Bani because that's where my man Vladimir is from, and that's where he has his compound. And I'm like, damn. And I've always seen that Bani just looks very peaceful. And I think I judge DR a lot by the recent visits that I've taken. I went to Punta Cana. I did not like Punta Cana. I don't think my wife did either.
No?
Yes, it's a dope city and it's great to live, but it's gonna turn into another capital soon. And
True. That I agree. I agree.
And so Bayibe, and then of course Casa de Campo and La Romana. Those are Gulf cities as well, close to Punta Cana, that are really good options. But you know, this is not cheap over there either because a lot of people have been there for a while. So I'm gonna give DR more of a chance. I think we are set on like retirement in DR, but I worry about DR's future. DR right now is going through a lot.
I know we have them both, so it's always gonna be good
You
out there.
can't see
You know
it,
what I'm saying?
It's bad.
Yo,
I
let me
was
tell
gonna
you.
try to show you, but never mind.
When I went to DR with my girl, we stayed in Punta Cana the first week, right? Okay, we stayed in a resort. That's food, all you can eat, whatever. Yo, the resort had everything, so we didn't go out to explore.
Yeah,
All right. But the second week, we went up north. What's that playa, El Clásico?
Puerto Plata?
Like once up Puerto Plata, yeah. But we
Yeah.
stayed in Cabarete, which is like a 25-30 minute drive, right? Cabarete is it's like country, but a little bit of city, right?
there's a lot of those. Yep.
Bro, but in the middle of where we were staying at, like we walked like 3 or 4 blocks, bro, they had cows and they would have fresh milk.
Mhm.
Number one, I don't think I could drink that milk. She wanted to buy it, so I bought it for her. But the milk in the bottle, bro, that was hot. And I was like, yo, that's nasty. You get what I'm saying? But the smell brought me back to my young days. And then when I got here, I was like, yo, mom, yo, the milk that grandma used to make the hot chocolate, that was fresh cow milk, right? She was like, yeah. And I was like, yo, just the smell of it just brought me back.
That's dope.
Me transportó, you know what I mean? But bro, I would do DR. I would actually do DR. And I told my girl, I was like, yo, how about we stay in Cabarete? She's like, nah, that's too country for me. And you know, no, it's a country, but there were a lot of Canadians on that side,
Okay.
which which is gonna lead me to something else, right? So escaping or retiring to another country, you know what I mean? You have to try to culturally fit within the population, right? Now, I know they say, Dominicans don't get along well with Haitians, okay, blah blah blah. But yo, I'm gonna give props to my Haitian people out there. Yo, why did the Haitians speak whatever language a tourist came talking? Yo, they were speaking it, but Dominicans were only speaking Spanish.
Right. Unless
Yeah.
they're in Punta Cana, and then they'll try to talk a little English.
Yeah. I to the places that I've been, there's a lot of yes, Haitians are incredible people, man. Love my Haitians. I think us Dominicans, we're very culturalist type people, and we like to be Dominican a lot.
Yeah.
But in the resorts that I've been to, and in the tourist towns that I've been to, can't sleep, man. Them Dominicans know a lot of different languages. Any Dominican,
Dominicans or
Yeah, man.
Haitians?
hold on, no. Haitians,
Dominican.
I'm saying because Haitians they speak a European language. Once you
Sure.
speak, I mean, Spanish is the European language as well, but once you speak French, and then your direct access instead of the United States is Europe, then you're gonna hear. You know how many Germans speak Spanish? A lot of Germans speak Spanish. A lot of Spaniards speak German,
German.
right?
Okay.
So, yeah, the Haitians, of course. But to your point, I've also seen an equal amount. I'm gonna say equal amount of Dominicans speaking their Dutch. I've also seen a lot of European-born Dominicans. I remember going to a resort and there was this kid with blue eyes, blonde hair, speaking Spanish like he was born in Villamella, bro.
Yeah, but it's okay. So when it comes to that, were the folks that you saw, the Dominicans that you saw speaking other languages, was it outside of DR or was it inside DR?
No, inside the tourist
Okay.
cities that I visited in DR and the resorts that I visited in DR, I've seen plenty of Dominicans speak two more languages than their
Same here.
Okay. Because
But
maybe I still have
definitely
to
French. French is the
yeah.
easy one for Dominicans.
Yeah.
Definitely Germans because there is an influx of Germans. German, I think Germany has 2 points of vacation where like people go the most, and I think that's Istanbul or Turkey or like there's a lot of Turkish people in Germany and Punta Cana, bro.
Yeah, because I know at least in
DR,
Colombia,
Italians too.
in Colombia, I know there are some Colombians that do speak English when you go into the tourist places, but like let's say in Santa Marta, almost nobody speaks English. But what I've noticed, Colombians are the type of people, they try to be perfectionists. So instead of saying things incorrectly, they just won't speak English. And I tell them all the time, I'm like, you're not going to learn if you don't make a mistake. Like us
Right,
gringos, you know what I mean? You see gringos go from all over the world. They go to Colombia and they'll be like, excuse me, donde está la pharmacy? You get
Right.
what I'm saying?
Biblioteca.
And then, but they'll get corrected, but that's the way you learn. But Colombians are very like, oh my gosh, I don't want to say it wrong, so I'm not going to say it. So it's hard learning. It's hard for them to learn it. You know what I mean? Now another question for you, Echo. Okay, let's say you do move to another country, right? How do you think you're going to navigate the matrix? You know what I mean? How are you going to move? How would you move in a different place, whether you want to be found or don't want to be found? You know what I mean? Let's say you have a matrix. How would you navigate?
Well, at this point in my life, I'm definitely looking for somewhere where the matrix isn't as complicated as it is in this country. Because what happens, we're going, we have so many different entities that we deal with, the political, the finance, everything is just so, sophisticated and I don't know. It's just I don't know, man. It feels artificial at times. It feels like you're in a bubble. That's why, even though I said campo, obviously, I don't think I'll be able to live anywhere where it's straight up campo. When I say campo, I mean kind of similar to where I live now. I live in the outskirts of the city.
Right, same here.
Yeah, and my matrix is not as complicated as some others may be. You know what I'm saying? But it's still the matrix, right? It's still the matrix of what we deal with in the United States, which is the finance industrial complex, the military industrial complex, political industrial complex. We deal with all of that. All of that is going on everywhere else as well. But there are places where you could live a little bit, where you could feel like you're living a little bit off grid from the el mundo, like how we grew
La
up.
loquera del mundo. Right.
You know, like you know, I remember I remember like 15 years ago, I came across the sovereign movement. These were people that were
Sovereign citizens.
yeah, private citizens, not franchising, knowing the difference between the capitalized name and the lowercase name, this building the straw man, living off grid, and how even your birth certificate is a corporate entity, and all of that stuff. And I was like, yo, that's crazy. And that's what made me understand, you know, the difference between living outside of the matrix and inside the matrix. I want to live somewhere where the rules in the city do not pertain to where I live at. Think about this. Before you say that, think about this. We've always lived in the matrix, right? So we work where we live at. Traditionally, you had to travel to go to the city, and you live in the outskirts of the city.
Right.
As things modernized, now you lived in the same place where you work. You lived in the city of where everything moves, where all of these entities move. So there's no resting of that. You don't get a rest from that. You don't get like, you see an old movie, a motherfucker's just coming home from work, you know what I mean? Where he come from far, you know, to his little home in a separate, isolated place where he could chill, have dinner with his family. We don't have that. We never really had that. So I think I would go somewhere where there's less of that, where there's a little bit less than stuff going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Let me see.
If I go to Switzerland, I won't have that. Switzerland is still, but it's easy. It's probably an easy way of living, and you ain't got to worry about that much.
Expensive though.
Expensive, the most expensive probably.
How about social media?
How about it?
Hold on, maybe I'm in the wrong spot, but it was with the Matrix. No, sorry. Protecting peace.
That's a big one for me.
Okay.
We've had conversations about that.
Yeah, that's a big one for me because, like, what really matters after you get, you know, we were talking about mid-age crisis last week and a couple of weeks ago as well. What really matters, man, when you get to a certain age, man, you know, I find myself wanting to go to a hip hop concert, wanting to go to an event, and it's just thinking like, man, I'll be way more at peace in my own house. You know what I mean? And I think, you know, protecting your peace is number one. A lot of people say it's happiness, and my philosophy with that is, you know, happiness is subjective because there are going to be sad moments where you're not going to be happy. Man, if you're at peace with yourself, I think that's the most valuable thing after you get to a certain age.
And how do you avoid manipulation?
Manipulation?
Man,
I'm you see the grays, I'm just wise, bro. Can't nobody manipulate me to doing anything at this point.
But let's say for our viewers out there that just live life one day at a time, like how would you tell? Okay, when your son gets older, how are you going to teach him navigating in the matrix, right? The way things work. How are you gonna help him avoid manipulation within the matrix?
Oh, like okay, like manipulation. I'm trying to see where manipulation comes in the matrix, as far as being manipulated to doing something bad.
Yeah, bad or good. So remember, in the matrix, you know, it all starts off with the red and blue pill.
Right.
You know what I mean? You could take that as you may. It could be, yo, let's drink. Yo, let's smoke. Yo, let's.
I want to raise my son to the point where he has somewhat of the guidance that I didn't have when I grew up, when I was growing up. But I also understand that his life is his own journey. I could, you know, I'm gonna put some real shit in his head, and as I've been doing for the last 7 years, I'm gonna continue to do so, right? In his life journey, he's gonna come across somebody like, yo, I'll be smoking weed. You want to smoke? then it's really going to be up to him based on the kind of person he is. I always tell my wife, man, you could probably raise the most perfect son in our eyes. That motherfucker might come out to be a serial killer.
Yeah. Like, it was funny.
You could only do your best. So I'm sorry. So in the manipulation of the matrix, you know, I'm just not going to expose him to stuff too early. I mean, I think this country has a thing with kids. It's an attack on kids, really.
Big time. To try to get them to do everything really quickly in life when it's a gradual process. And that's the way I'm raising my son, and that's the way I'm gonna continue to raise my son. So I'm gonna always watch what he's doing. We always watch what he's doing. We don't play around.
Yeah, like real quick, El Clásico and I had a conversation this week, like, and he found out, he didn't even know that when I was in high, since we were talking about high school last week, which we didn't bring up the video. I was telling him that in high school, you know, I chose to be nieta. I didn't choose to be a Latin king or any of those things. You know what I mean? Because we were talking about abuse on that video that he sent us. You know what I mean? And I always stood up for. I never agreed on people picking on people or stuff like that, or abusing people. You know what I mean? So the way I pictured my life as an adult back in those days was like, yo, I want my kid to be a born nieta. You know what I mean? I wanted kind of his matrix to not go around the violence and the gang portion, but at least the views of, you know, you don't abuse people, you know, you help those folks that are in need or being abused of.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So
the 10-point system. I think it was a 10-point system they had or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. They go that song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, man. You know, I don't know, man. Also, you got to understand generations too. My son is a generation alpha. There's only but so
alpha.
Generation alpha.
Bro, they're more like betas.
No, they're not, brother. Look it up.
They're more like betas in the way of, oh my gosh, you hurt my feelings.
No. That's the name of the generation.
Yeah. It went back to alpha.
Yeah, and then the next generation after them is beta.
The more recent one is beta.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The most we could, yeah. So he was born 2018, so he's still alpha. They don't know where, you know, our generation is a special one because we know analog and we know digital, and we're in the middle of that. This from generation alpha on, they don't know a non-digital age, man. Right. They don't know it. They're not never gonna know it. They're never going to know it.
You know, we're the last real generation that ever existed.
Oh shit.
No, in the fact of, listen, we were during the birth of hip hop. Okay. We were in the birth of the internet, going from analog to digital. You know what I mean? And we were the last generation that really came home when the light poles turned up.
And played outside.
We were outside. Y'all were more outside because my mom kept me at home. You know, I was a latchkey child. So.
Yeah, and that Generation X. You know.
No, we're not X.
Yes, we are.
No.
Yes, we are.
Hold on.
Generation X starts in 1977.
Yes, so 1990 something.
91 or something like
that. No,
to
1984. The millennials. After that, we're not. You might be a millennial. What year were you born?
No. There was another term.
Zillennials.
Okay, we're in the Zennial cusp.
Yeah,
because we're Zennials.
We're Generation X.
But anyway, okay, Generation X. Okay,
but we're. You know, believe it or not, Generation X goes from 65 to 1980.
Yeah, but that's why we're more in the Zennials than the Generation X.
Millennials in 1980, right?
Yeah. Millennials, I think so.
1980, 1981. So like, right? Okay, yeah. So they call us sellennials with the X, sellennials, because we're in that cusp, like you were talking about. We're in that. Anybody born in the last 3 years of the 70s, like us,
Millennials, yeah.
into the 80s, we got the millennial and the X. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why I was saying Zennials, because we're not
Yeah.
really Generation X.
Yeah, he was right on that.
Because we're totally not getting our social security. But you know what? At the end of the day, peace comes seeing through the noise. At the end of the day,
That's it.
you know what I mean? If you could look through that, you'll be straight. So with that said, I say we bring the culture home. What you say? We bring the culture home.
Yeah, we are.
Your Clásico is yours.
Let's
Take
go,
over.
baby. I gotta be right back. Y'all started off. Peace.
Oh, he going to the bathroom.
Oh, we got a bathroom break?
Well, if you want to take a bathroom break, but I'm ready for you. I got the images and stuff like that. Just say the name.
You want to start with an intro? Or you want to just go hardcore with it?
You want to do the intro?
No, just you want to go with it.
We could do the intro. I don't mind, bro.
No, okay, si tú no tienes, no,
yeah. You know what? Let's do the intro. Hold on. Let me get the media. Let me get.
I was waiting for your signal. I thought you were gonna.
You're right. That was the end, because you weren't looking at the cliff notes. But you know what? Let's do this. Let's do this right here. Boom, 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 boom. And you know what? We will be right back.
Clásicos RD. Los clásicos RD. Los clásicos RD. Ay, me voy a llamar, que lo hacemos nomás. Ay, me voy a llamar, que lo hacemos nomás. Debo llorar, pero mero. Doy el puño y la mujer. Debo llorar, pero mero. Doy el puño y la mujer. Yeah, la mujer, yeah, la mujer, yeah, la mujer, yeah, la mujer. Vaya Batista. Que no quieren celos, que yo te puedo jugar. Que no quieren celos, que yo te puedo jugar. Los pesitas le ruedo, que yo me llevo a mujer. Ay, 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 ya muero, yeah, la mujer, yeah, la mujer, yeah, la mujer. Ay, yo mínimo. Ay, yo amigo la voz. O se le se dormito, bro, no. Vaya la 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 la, vaya 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 la 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 la.
Nos fuimos. No, when I do one of these. Oh, bueno, mi gente, bienvenidos a otro programa de los Clásicos RD. Bulla. Yo soy el Jonathan el Clásico. Estamos aquí con mi hermano, el Mr. Paul y Echo el Black. Saludos, caballeros. Vamos a hacer, yo tengo una lista de cositas que quiero hacer, pero vamos a hacer todo orgánico, como que con un flow. Pero hay una lista, pero vamos a hacerlo así a Alofoke. Y hablando de Alofoke, el primer tema que yo quiero hablar es sobre el fenómeno que es Planeta Alofoke.
Oye,
Ay,
Te
Dios
voy
mío.
a, espérate, antes que tú vayas por eso, te voy a tener que interrumpir.
Dime.
Yo vi hoy, él se cayó y se dio tan duro que fue para el hospital.
No relaje.
Eso es lo que le pasa a él por fantamoso, por mamagüesa. Ya tú
Oh,
sabes.
¿Quién?
Ya
¿Quién?
tú
pero,
sabes. El
¿Quién?
Alofoke,
¿Se
se
cayó?
ok,
cayó.
pero
Sí,
espérate,
estaba
que yo
haciendo.
quiero que tú, te voy a preguntar tu opinión sobre lo que tú lo has visto. Tomate un momentico para ver el video, para ver los videos, porque eso está corriendo 24 horas al día.
Es que
Ya.
yo te dije, yo no lo voy a aportar.
Oh,
Ya él va a tener que ganarse el corazón mío y vaina así. A mí no me importa que él le pidió perdón a los venezolanos, pero después de esa, yo, cruz y raya, manito, somos enemiguitos.
Y tú, el Black.
no, yo no tengo tanta vaina contra los foques, así que, me encanta que él lo de él, y nada, estoy bien entusiasmado para ver lo que va a pasar con él.
Sí, lo interesante es increíble cómo ha cambiado el entretenimiento en general. No solamente en la República Dominicana, pero eso, toditos los dominicanos en los Estados Unidos y en otros países están metidos y mirando este programa.
Claro, un fenómeno.
Hablándote honestamente, ya como un viejito, un viejucho, yo no consumo lo
Oye,
de Alofoque. Está bien, ok, pero déjame opinar.
viejo tú, más respeto con esa vaina.
Yo no consumo el contenido de Alofoque
Ya.
como muchos de los demás, pero sí tengo entendido o entiendo que ese tipo es un fenómeno.
Brother,
Mira la pelea que
de-
él
de-
tuvo con Univisión, mira, y el tipo está pegado. Yo lo prendí esta tarde
sí,
para ver un poquito, millones de personas viendo el live de esos videos. Al mediodía, a
mira,
las 2:00 y pico de la tarde.
déjame
Wow.
decirte, el tipo tiene una mente brillante. Que es bruto, es bruto. I'm sorry.
Pero ¿de qué manera?
¿De qué manera?
Brother, es
¿Cómo tú lo
que,
dices?
ok, aunque tú quieres ser viral y toda esa vaina, tú tienes que también tener cuidado lo que sale de tu boca. ¿Tú me entiendes? Because uno no puede solamente, yo lo llamo en inglés vocaloria, diarrea de la boca. ¿Tú me
Hablando
entiendes?
plena.
Solamente porque lo pienso no quiere decir que lo tengo que decir, bro.
Sí, pero tú
Claro.
no piensas que eso es todo
Ya,
una
ya,
estrategia.
no, ya él me perdió. Mira, tú puedes hacer cosas de estrategia, hacer un comentario, lo que sea, pero cuando tú directamente le tiras a un grupo, brother, ya eso
Sí,
es,
Y eso fue tan fuerte que
que te ofendió.
claro, brother. Para mí
no,
sí,
porque tú
para
como
mí
que
sí.
eso como que te dio duro a ti. Yo no,
No, para mí sí,
nada.
brother. Para mí sí. A mí, yo lo cogí
Te emocionó.
personal. No, yo lo cogí personal, brother.
No, hombre, pero eso es farándula. ¿Cómo tú sabes que
Eso
eso
es
no
lo
es
que te estoy
farándula?
diciendo.
¿Eh?
Ese
Ese
tigre,
tipo,
dale, habla tú.
no, lo que yo iba a decir es que ese tipo, una de las cosas que lo hace heavy a ese tipo es que él sabe de marketing, señor.
Claro, eso es
El
lo que
que
te
sabe
estoy
de
diciendo.
marketing siempre sale con la suya.
De una
Claro.
manera u otra, él va a buscar que tú hables de él. Mira cómo estamos hablando de él ahora. Mira, es como decir en los Estados Unidos Donald Trump. Lo de Donald Trump es hablar tanto disparate que de una manera u otra tú vas a mencionar su nombre. Y eso es lo
Sí,
mismo que hace a los
pero
foques.
Ya.
para
Está
mí es
bien, que no te
diferente.
gustó lo que él dijo en contra de los venezolanos, está bien.
Mira,
Pero es una
hay
estrategia.
una diferencia. ¿Cuántos años tiene Trump?
Oh, como 80 y pico, ¿no?
Ok, eso ya él perdió la mente. ¿Cuántos años tiene Alofoque?
No te podrá decir.
Ok, y no me diga tampoco que no me importa.
Ay,
Pero el tipo, ¿por qué él no se puso a pelear con el colombiano ese? Yo estaba en Colombia y oye, West Coast, ojalá que pelee contra Alofoque para que Alofoque le dé bien duro, bla, 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 bla. Ahora yo quiero que le den su salsa y su mambo.
Mira, ahora mismo, a las 10 de la noche, el tiempo aquí en la Florida, están viendo el video
Ah,
1.5 millones de personas.
mira, no vamos a hablar más de él. Que
No, pero
el
no es
corazón
que estamos hablando de
sea
él, es
para
que
él.
hay que por lo menos reconocer que este
Sí,
tipo es
sí,
un
sí, yo entiendo.
fenómeno.
Sí,
Ahora, yo no te acabo de decir que yo no consumo ese tipo de entretenimiento. I mean,
sí,
yo vi un poquito del primer día y ahí lo que había es un reguero de mujer en cuera, enseñando la nalga y de todo.
al
Dime tú.
mediodía, al mediodía.
No, el primer día, yo
Espérate,
lo puse, había
amor,
un
amor,
encuentro de
si no,
mujeres.
espera, una pausa, amor. Si no estás mirando, tenemos que ver eso juntos. Oye,
Ay,
ok, dale, sí,
bueno, lo que te digo es que no lo consumo, pero también tengo que admitir que el tipo sabe pegar su vaina.
Oh,
sí, sí, sí.
claro
Y
que
Lo
si
sí.
sabe
mira,
hacer, lo sabe hacer.
y para que tú sepas, por ahí anda Univision lambiéndole el fullín a él, aunque él dijo eso en contra de los venezolanos, porque el dinero habla todo. Y cuando tú puedes
Sí,
tener 1.5 millones de personas en YouTube viendo tu programa 24 horas al día,
Para que
es que
sepa.
tú,
sí.
es que tú tienes el dominio de la vaina.
Ya.
Bueno, ahora que tú dijiste eso, para los que nos están viendo, si les gusta el show, por favor, denle un like, un suscribir
¿Verdad?
y la campanita para que les llegue la notificación. Oye, si ustedes pueden ver a los foques, no pueden ver a nosotros.
Es
Número
verdad.
uno, yo soy más buen mozo que a los foques.
Ajá.
Y, y le doy el reto a cualquiera. Mira, que soy un viejo, que estoy tan bueno que mira, hasta con un nose ring. Dime si a los
Oh,
foques lo tienen.
Eso eres tú.
oh. No. Dale, clásico. A mí no me importa lo que haga ese tipo, porque ya yo sé que Alofoke es un genio.
En
Y yo,
términos de
sí, claro,
entretenimiento.
es
Él es
un
un genio,
genio,
sí.
loco, porque sabe de marketing. Como tú dijiste, clásico, ese tipo se sabe vender. Igual que la gente de Donald Trump. Eso es lo que hace.
Claro,
¿Tú me entiendes?
Se sabe vender al diablo.
está bien, pero tú y yo sabemos eso, pero él sabe que si él, hablando de Trump, yo pongo una foto de yo vestido como Jesucristo y haciendo de todo, la gente se va a volver loca y van a compartir la foto y van a hablar de mí. Eso es lo mismo con este
Sí,
tigre. Este tipo a lo que dice, déjame yo hablar disparate de los venezolanos, mandarlo para la mierda, que sé yo cuándo, decir que no quiero trabajar con ellos. Y la gente se van a entusiasmar más para ver simplemente. Tú sabes que la gente que odian algo ven el producto más que la persona que no.
Ya,
Lo quieren ver para verlo fallar. Y eso es lo que está
sí,
sucediendo. 1.5 millones, loco. Come on, bro.
ya, ya. Y esos son advertising dollars. Porque
Claro.
así que se mueve marketing. Los ojos.
sí,
¿Cuántos ojos son? Espérate, déjame poner mi producto. ¿Cuánto me va a cobrar? 1 millón.
sí, no
Ok.
claro.
Tú me
Mira,
vas a ver.
aquí todo el mundo gana. Porque los que están ahí en ese concurso, toditos son influencers que le
Ya,
aumenta los viewers
ya,
en sus propios canales. ¿Y
ya.
qué
Pues
hace a los
entonces que
focos?
me lo
A los
suban a
foques.
mí, que me lo suban a mí.
A los foques. No, ahorita estamos nosotros ahí porque vamos a lo grande, si Dios permite.
Solamente
Oye,
si
este
le dan
programa
subscribe y el like.
le danle clic y a la campanita cada vez que haya un video se junten y dejen comentarios, díganos de dónde nos escuchan, todo eso porque esto va para arriba con la ayuda de Dios.
Así
Pero
va.
sí, hombre, eso es lo que está, eso es lo que se vende. Por lo más que tú escuches muchos otros estaciones de radio, programas de YouTube, bloggers, lo que sea, que siempre están hablando en contra de él, el tipo sabe manejar la vaina. Hay que dársela.
Hay que darse.
Te guste o no te guste, hay que dársela. Y hablando de los medios de comunicación, quiero hablar un poquito rapidito para hablar sobre de él, porque él sí tiene un poquito de caballero que falleció, Carlos Batista Matos. Si puede poner la foto de él, oh,
Sí,
tengo un poquito aquí de información sobre él para los que no conocen de Carlos Batista Matos. lo tiene ahí, si lo puede subir.
Sí. Ya voy.
Él falleció este lunes y se comenta ahora que él parece que tenía un marcapaso, un pacemaker, y murió de un infarto. Estaba
Lo tengo
malito desde
aquí.
el viernes y el lunes, durante el fin de semana estuvo en el hospital y falleció este lunes que pasó.
Joder, lo tenía
Porque,
aquí, dame un segundo.
ok. Bien, déjame hablar un poquito de Carlos. ¿Por qué es importante? Porque este señor siempre fue una institución en la tarde de la televisión dominicana, en Colorvisión. Fue un comunicador, periodista, que fue preparado, editor y autor de libros. Déjame ver qué más información tengo aquí sobre él. ¿Por qué yo lo menciono? Él también estuvo casado con Belkis Concepción. ¿Quién es Belkis Concepción? Ella fue la fundadora de las Chicas del Can, la pianista. Si tú ves los videos, de los primeros videos que salieron de las Chicas del Can, hay una dama pianista que es la directora del grupo. Siempre se llamaba Belkis Concepción y las Chicas del Can. Bueno, este caballero Carlos Batista Matos fue esposo de ella y le dio su primera hija y él falleció. Eso estaba en todas las noticias. Un señor muy conocido en el mundo del espectáculo, de televisión. Míralo ahí. Gracias, Omar. Y falleció este lunes. Así que Dios lo tenga en su santa gloria y obviamente le mandamos nuestro más sentido pésame a su familia, pero quería presentárselo a ustedes que quizás no lo conocen, pero ese señor de verdad en los tiempos desde los 80 para acá tenía un programa en Colorvisión que se llamaba, si no me equivoco, ¿dónde lo tengo aquí? Con los famosos. Y algo importante que me gustó aquí, él siempre decía, ¿dónde está? Él decía que él era el más, ¿cómo? ¿Dónde está? El más caro de la televisión. Siempre, el más caro. Pero sí, hombre, murió. Lástima, porque imagínate cuando mueren esta persona bien conocida en la República Dominicana. En los tiempos que yo, cuando chiquito, veía la comedia dominicana, Freddy Veragoico. Ustedes se recuerdan de Freddy, ¿verdad?
No.
Estaba con Cuquín y Boruga. Cuquín y Boruga todavía están vivos, gracias a Dios, pero Freddy, que estaba en todos los canales de televisión en la República Dominicana. Claro. Y Carlos también tenía su programa. Él comentaba mucho sobre cómo nos hacemos nosotros, hablando sobre lo que está sucediendo en los periódicos, de política, de la música, del ambiente, del entretenimiento, y falleció. Así que, como dije, le mandamos nuestro más sentido pésame al señor Carlos, a la familia del señor Carlos Batista Matos. Para que no lo conocen, ahí está una foto de él para compartirlo aquí en nuestra página. Otra cosa, bueno, ahora lo que yo había seteado para el segmento mío era, tenía una, y era rapidito, pero hablando de algunos artistas clásicos que se han desaparecido. Y yo lo que hice fue, quizá ustedes no lo conocen, algunos de los artistas, pero sí van a conocer su música. Y si tú me ayudas con algunos de los videos que yo te envié, mientras yo menciono nombres. El primero que yo voy a mencionar.
Yo bajé las imágenes.
La imagen. Vámonos primero con Nandy Rojas.
Okay.
Nandy, el nombre de verdad se llama Juan Fernando Rojas Peguero. Y él cantaba con las orquestas de Rasputín, Orquesta Voltaje y Caribe Band. Ahora, ustedes van a decir, estos dos tipos que se criaron en Nueva York, que quizás lo que conocen son los merengueros grandes. ¿Quién es Nandy Rojas? Bueno, ustedes recuerdan la canción que dice, oye, abre tus ojos, mira hacia arriba. ¿Recuerdan ese merengue?
Disfruta las cosas buenas que tiene
ahí
la
está
vida.
Nandy Rojas. Otra canción que pegó mucho, que yo no sé si tú puedes subir ahí, porque esa no la voy a cantar, porque yo no sé cantar, pero se
Yo lo
llama
canto, no te apures.
Se va a
El
quedar aquí.
Ilegal, El Ilegal. Si tú tienes, yo te envié el link, si lo puedes encontrar, si no lo
A
tienes,
ver,
pero tú
un
lo puedes buscar
segundito.
bajo Rasputin, El Ilegal. Julie Mateo Rasputin, para el que no lo sepa, Julie Mateo Rasputin fue trompetista con Wilfrido Valga en los inicios de su orquesta, antes de él irse y formar su propia orquesta. Si tú te notas con los muchos merengueros que pegaron a la mitad de los 80 hacia adelante, siempre formaban parte de un grupo grande en los tiempos de 70, 75, 79 y los inicios
La
de los
primera,
80. Rasputin se llama, Julie Mateo, que él falleció hace unos años.
esta canción.
Se llama El Ilegal.
Sí,
Y
sí, sí.
todo el mundo, es una canción que todo el mundo ama, esa canción. Una chulería. Tiene un
Vamos a
intro
ver
bien
si
chulísimo
toca.
de piano.
Déjame ver si toca. Dame un segundito.
Si puede agarrar, capturar el intro, me lo pone, por favor.
No me despedí.
Espérate. Pero esto fue de otra canción. This was a sample. Este es un sample.
Sí. Eso es lo que se hacía en esos tiempos.
Eso fue como suena como algo que estaba en un TV show.
Eso es lo que como un intro de jazz. También lo hacía mucho
Yeah.
Juan Guerra. Introduciendo, hace mucho en salsa también. Ya. Sonido
Sí,
bestial.
pero
Sonido bestial.
el que canta ese tema es Nandy Rojas. Porque yo lo menciono porque hay veces que estos cantantes se pegan mucho en los 80 y yo creo que él fue una víctima de lo que fue el fenómeno de la Cocobán. Ya al terminar los 80s entró esa fiebre de merengue de calle y muchos de estos merengueros desaparecieron y después de los 90, al inicio de los 90, de verdad no se escuchó mucho de Nandy. Tengo entendido, para lo que le interesa, que Nandy en estos días vive en los Estados Unidos y todavía canta, pero en piano bar y cosas así, o con grupitos cuando se juntan a hacer ciertas cosas, y todavía canta sus éxitos. Así que ahí tenía, ese es Rasputin que está en la foto, Julie Mateo Rasputin. Pero Nandy Rojas era el cantante que cantaba él ahí, que cantaba algunos éxitos de esa orquesta. También, como te dije, estuvo con Orquesta Voltaje y una orquesta que se llamaba Caribe Band, que luego cambiaron integrantes y se llamaba la Dominican Band.
Okay.
Bueno, seguimos con la próxima. La próxima, otro que yo quería mencionar es Jerry Legrand. El nombre de él es Geraldo Idelfonso Polanco, pero el nombre artístico es Jerry Legrand. Y yo te envié una foto ahí de la carátula de su CD. No, ese Alfonso Rey.
Perdón.
Tú lo vas a ver ahí que te lo dice Jerry Legrand arriba. Lo encontraste ahí. Mientras tú lo buscas ahí, míralo ahí, con su afrito. Jerry Legrand era un cantante de boleros también y mucha balada, pero el fenómeno era el merengue y si tú te querías pegar en los 80, 70 y 80, tú te tenías que meter en merengue. Él pegó, diría honestamente, una producción, si puede poner uno que se llama Todo me gusta de ti, que es un G internacionalmente. Jerry Legrand, Todo me gusta de ti. Si me le pone un cortecito ahí, DJ, para que lo
Todo me
escuchen,
gusta de ti.
ese mismo.
Ok.
Ponme ahí un cortecito.
Jerry Legrand, ok. Espérate.
Estamos esperando. Bueno, mientras esperamos, Jerry Legrand
Espérate,
tocó,
espérate.
bueno, eh,
Tengo que
fue un-
quitar este.
¿qué pasó?
Déjame ponerlo para atrás.
Oye. Una chulería de canción, pero un temazo. Me gusta
Ok.
mirar tus ojos. También él tiene otra canción que se llama La Meta del Vago. Y esa canción también la cantó la Coco Band después, en el 90, y la cantó Bobby Rafael. Pero él fue uno de los primeros merengueros en tocar ese tema. Yo no sé si lo puedo encontrar ahí. Se llama La Meta del Vago.
La meta del vago.
Sí,
Dame un segundito.
vamos a
La
ver.
meta del vago.
Oye, ponte el intro. Tirin, tin, tiririn, tirin. La primera ahí.
Para la semana que viene tengo una meta muy buena. Para la semana que viene tengo una meta muy buena. Yo me iré para tu casa para que tú ahí me mantengas.
Ok.
Pero una vaina bien.
Una
Cuando
vaina
te dije
bien.
que esta canción pegó muchísima. Lo que pasa es que algo que muchos no saben de él se desapareció. Realmente él hizo como una o dos producciones, pero no pegaron tanto como su primera producción, esta, la que escucha aquí. Jerry Legrand, según tengo entendido, se bautizó a los inicios de los 80 en la iglesia Batista y dejó la iglesia por un tiempo,
¿Qué
cayéndole atrás a la fama. Pegó un CD completo y algunos más, y él decidió mudarse a la Florida con su familia. Y fíjate, en el día de hoy, él no es pastor, pero sí canta en una iglesia en Orlando, aquí en la Florida.
Sí, debe
Y
de
él
pasar
es
por allá.
adventista del séptimo día. Sí,
Wow.
¿En
sí, señor.
serio?
Sí, señor. Y un tremendo
No me di,
cantante.
espérate. No me di. Él no va a Orlando Spanish.
Es posible que sí se
El
pueda.
hermano.
Yo te voy a enviar una foto de él para que lo veas más reciente.
Sí, mándame la foto. Because
Hay
si es Orlando.
él hizo una entrevista con Junior Cabrera en un programa que él tiene que se llama 10 preguntas, que es buenísimo. El que nunca ha visto que lo vea, porque de verdad es un show tremendo. Buena producción, una cosa, una maravilla. Y ese es la primera vez que le hacen una entrevista de él, porque él no hace entrevistas, porque ya él dejó el mundo secular, no, el mundo de música, ¿tú me entiendes? De entretenimiento.
Sí.
Y él ahora, él es fiel miembro de su iglesia aquí en Orlando. Bueno, yo no vivo en Orlando, pero aquí en la Florida. Y sí, él fue adventista antes de
Wow.
ser famoso, pero dejó la iglesia por un tiempo y se hizo famoso en la República Dominicana en los 80, en las 80 o los 80. Pegó varios temas y después que se le bajó la fama un ching, él decidió mudarse a la Florida. Así que en el día de hoy él vive aquí, retirado de la música y va para su iglesia. Si tú vas a la iglesia en Orlando, donde él va a su iglesia todos los sábados, a la iglesia adventista. Él es full, bautizado y todo.
Wow.
Así que sí, Jerry ya no canta música merengue, pero recordando otro artista que pegó mucho en los 80 y se desapareció. Próximo. Tenemos tiempo, maestro. ¿Cómo vamos con el
Sí,
tiempo?
tenemos tiempo.
Okay. Alfonso Rey. Póngame la foto de Alfonso Rey. Nombre de él es Ángel Montaldón. Alfonso Rey cantaba con varias orquestas. El primero, el cual eso se fue conocido, fue con una orquesta que se llama El Gran Comprés. Y la canción que lo pegó mucho. Para mí, este señor, bueno, él tiene otro tema que pegó con Aníbal Bravo, pero el tema que lo pegó a él se llama Chepe. So, si tú te buscas en YouTube El Gran Comprés, y pone Chepe, me pone un poquito de ahí que Incluso te voy a dar un dato chulo después que ponga la canción a un dato que no lo sabía yo, que analizando esta canción hoy lo supe. Si puede encontrar el Gran Comprés Chepe. Ponme ese primero que está ahí. Míralo ahí, es el fondo rey. Oye ahí.
Vaya, Chepe.
Espérate, deja que venga la primera par de estrofa.
Paseándome por el Conde, una bocena y me dice, paseándome por el Conde, una bocena y me dice, salúdeme mi compadre, yo soy su amigo Don Chepe, salúdeme mi compadre, yo soy su amigo Don Chepe, yo me paré de repente.
Oye,
Ok,
rapidito, eso tiene un mambo.
Te dije.
Eso tiene un mambo.
Esa canción pegó, pero pegado, como en el 84, por ahí 85, pero pegado. Incluso
Oye,
te voy a dar un dato. Este fue el primer merengue, que no lo supe yo hasta hoy que lo aprendí, de ganar el premio Cassandra.
Wow.
Yo no sabía eso.
Yeah. ¿En qué año fue eso?
84, él dijo.
Si no me equivoco, fue en el 84. Si tú quieres, a ver si lo encuentro.
Pero, bro, la música está buena ahí, porque viene. Y, brother.
Yeah, estaba heavy.
84, sí, 84. No,
estaba
una vaina bien, de verdad.
84, ese mambo estaba violento.
Duro, violento. Bueno, él también estuvo en orquestas como Aníbal Bravo, que pegó una canción de Juan Gabriel que se llama No tengo dinero ni nada que dar, lo único que tengo es amor para... Pero te suena chulísimo el merengue. ¿Usted no lo ha escuchado el merengue? ¿Tú lo quieres buscar?
No.
Oh,
sí.
Okay.
¿Cómo se llama?
Se llama, bueno, es Aníbal Bravo y se llama la canción No tengo dinero. No tengo dinero ni nada que dar. A ver si tienen una... Ponte esa en viva, ponte esa en... Bueno, ponte... No, sí, la de en vivo. Ahí. Oíste ahí. By the way, ahí tienen Bobby y Rafael, que después estaba con la Coco Van a la mano derecha. En el medio está el haitianito, Felicumbe y Alfonso Rey, el Chepe. Ahí está Aníbal con la guitarra. Oye.
Hoy por la calle de La Mano, platicando.
Ese Alfonso Rey. Dale un poquito más para adelante porque yo quiero que tú escuches la parte No tengo dinero.
Más para adelante, como cuando.
Ahí, mira a ver.
Yo le contesto que soy pobre, que me tiene que esperar. No tengo dinero ni nada que dar, lo único que tengo es amor.
Mira el haitianito bailando. Ese Félix Cumbejo es un monstruo, loco. By the way, esto es uno de los pocos videos que se ve a Aníbal Bravo tocando guitarra y no el piano.
Wow.
Pero ese Félix Cumbe.
Félix Cumbe, el que cantaba, el que escribió la canción. A mí me llaman Félix Cumbe.
Sí.
Ese mismo.
Y un gran bachatero también se convirtió.
También, tremendo bachatero, que cantó, que pegó la canción, ¿cómo se llama? Fui Fua, antes de morir.
Sí.
Pues, yo, that was my joy.
Una chulería. Y a la mano derecha, el primero, es Bobby y Rafael, que cantaba con Quinito y Bobby, y Pochi, perdón, en la Cocoba. Bueno, entonces nos fuimos con la próxima, Felipe Jorge, o George, como tú quieras decirlo.
Okay.
Jorge, porque imagínate. ¿Cómo?
Bueno, vamos a decirlo con Jorge. Esta es una foto
es
más
un
reciente.
hermano de la iglesia, pero
no
es un hermano de la iglesia.
No pude encontrar una foto rápida.
Él es pastor. Él debe de ser pastor.
Oye. Felipe Jorge cantaba bueno, que en forma popular cantó con el grupo Félix de Rosario. Yo quiero que tú te busques Yo Renaceré de Félix del Rosario. Tipo tiene una voz fenomenal, de verdad. Porque él también, mientras tú buscas esa canción, se llama Yo Renaceré de Félix de Rosario. Yo renaceré. Pero una vaina bien que canta. Te va a gustar la canción. Si no lo he escuchado, te va a gustar. Pero mientras tanto, mira, él también cantó con la orquesta de Henry Hierro, después que Henry Hierro se fue de la Gran Manzana. Ponte la segunda. By the way, el maestro fue... Mientras toca el intro. El maestro es un maestro, saxofonista, el maestro Félix de Rosario y arreglista de muchos temas.
Yo renaceré, siervo en primavera, tal vez regresaré, gaviota descosiera, sin pasado que olvidarme, sin nada más que preguntarme, con un camino por delante. Y si yo renaceré,
dale un poquito para adelante, para que tú escuches cómo sube la voz.
tú estarás conmigo. Y yo renaceré, amigo, tú estarás conmigo. Y sé que encontraré toda la fuerza que yo ansío, sin miedo alguno de caerme, seguro al fin de levantarme.
Bueno,
y él sigue subiendo después de ahí.
Eso no es AI, ¿no? Eso no es AI.
No, eso no es mentira. Antes se tenía que cantar para tú pegar, no había computadora antes.
Espérate,
Bueno.
yo quiero escuchar ese principio otra vez. Porque eso también es de otra canción.
Siempre se quede otra canción. Eso no es correcto.
Hay una canción, se me pasa, tum, 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 tum. Oh, man, la voy a tener que buscar. Because eso también tiene como un sample de otra canción. Y
Sí,
no
sí,
hablen
sí.
de AI, que si quieren que les voy a enseñar una vaina bien bacana.
Oye.
Y entonces, después de la orquesta de Henry Hierro, él también cantó, oye esto, que muchos no lo sabían. En Puerto Rico había un grupito que se llamaba Los Cucos. Y adivinen de quién era el grupo, si alguien sabe.
De Cuco Baloy.
No, de El Cuco, Toño Rosario. Era una orquesta en Puerto Rico, porque tú sabes que Toño se fue para Puerto Rico por un tiempo, formado por Toño Rosario y Elías Santana. Elías Santana fue el trompetista de Toño Rosario, pero antes de eso él era trompetista del el conjunto Quisqueya. Todo video viejo que tú ves en los conjuntos Quisqueya, tú lo ves con su afrito, un morenito con su afrito. Bueno, ellos juntos, entre ambos, formaron una orquesta allá y Felipe Jorge cantaba para ese grupo. En el día de hoy, Felipe Jorge es un salsero. Todavía canta.
Wow.
Obviamente no pegado como antes, pero el tipo tiene una voz y todavía puede cantar y de verdad un tremendo artista. Por lo menos ahí, y él vive en la República Dominicana, según lo que yo investigué. Finalmente, la última, que ustedes se van a saber esta canción de una vez. Ponme ahí Alexis Palacio.
Tenemos que buscar a Alexis. Este es Alexis.
Sí, señor. El que no conoce a Alexis Palacio lo va a conocer cuando yo te diga que él fue uno de los cantantes de Ramón Orlando. Llega un punto donde Ramón Orlando cambia de Ramón Orlando y la Orquesta Internacional. Él tuvo un problema con la disquera que lo tenían como bloqueado y él no podía cantar. Él escribía mucho y formó un grupo para que los muchachos se ganen su dinero que se llamaba Los Cantantes. Y en ese grupo, aunque esta canción en realidad salió en el álbum de Ramón Orlando, que te envié el link, se llama Te compro tu novia. ¿Quién no se sabe esa canción?
Te compro tu novia.
Y él era el
arreglo,
cantante.
un arreglo fenomenal.
Uf, de lo
por
mejor.
parte del maestro Ramón.
Ponme ahí un poquito de la canción. Esta canción pegó internacionalmente, que tenían esos muchachos cantando hasta en Miami, en Univisión.
Te compra tu novia.
Ponme la que tiene Ramón Orlando. Ahí, no la llevamos.
Ok. Ya va.
Bueno, no importa como tú quieras ponerla.
Ah, tú me dijiste eso. Y la compró.
Te compro tu novia.
Pues tú me has dicho cómo es ella y me gustó la información.
Ese es Alexis Palacio.
Pues nunca he tenido suerte con las que he tenido yo.
Te compro tu novia.
No voy a regatear el precio, dime pronto el valor.
Y la compró.
No creo que saldría
Una
cara
chulería
que
de
cueste
canción.
1 millón.
Tú me has dicho que es linda.
Es linda y apasionada.
Que es buena.
Es buena
Adinerada.
y adinerada.
No cela
No cela.
por nada.
Ajá.
Y sabe hacerlo todo en la casa.
Oye,
Bueno,
esa, brother, eso
un
fueron buenas
temazo,
palabras.
¿verdad?
Ojalá que las mujeres de hoy fueran así, aunque la mía sabe hacer todo en la casa también.
Un temazo de verdad.
Yeah.
¿Qué sucedió con Alexis? Bueno, después se forma, hay ese problema con Ramón Orlando y el dueño de la disquera. Ramón Orlando se queda con el grupo, pero él no puede grabar. Si tú te fijas, cuando salen dos de las canciones, bueno, 3 de las canciones más famosas de él, que es Te compro tu novia, El Virao y El Venao. Si tú te fijas,
cómo El
estas
Virao?
canciones son escritas por Ramón Orlando, pero lo canta el hermano que se llama Christopher Valoy. Ustedes saben que Ramón Orlando es hijo de Cuco Valoy. Ustedes saben eso, ¿verdad?
Yo no sabía que era hijo de Cuco Valor.
¿Son
Sí,
familia
Ramón
mía?
Orlando es hijo de
¿Son
Cuco
familia
Valoy.
tuya?
Sí,
¿En
la
serio?
hija, la hija de Cuco Valor se casó con mi tío,
Rayo.
Mercedes Valor, que en paz descanse.
No sabía eso.
Ella falleció en el avión que se cayó después del 9/11
Oh, wow.
Oh, man.
con los 3 primos míos. Sí, no sé si Ramón Orlando Omar se llama Ramón Orlando Valor.
Sí.
Yo no
Ramón
sabía.
Orlando, oye, Ramón Orlando tocaba piano para La Tribu, que era la orquesta de su papá. La orquesta se llamaba Cuco. Bueno, Cuco Valoy primero inició con su hermano, si no me equivoco, que se llamaban Los Ahijados.
Ajá,
Y ellos tocaban música como con guitarra, como bolero y cositas con guitarra. Luego Cuco Valoy se entra como en la salsa y en el merengue, formando lo que se llama La Tribu de Cuco Valoy. Ahí cantaba, ahí en piano y escribiendo canciones y dirigiendo y arreglando música, estaba Ramón Orlando en el piano. Cuco Valoy era uno de los principal cantantes y estaba Henry García. ¿Quién es Henry García? Que cantaba la canción No me vuelvo a enamorar y también Salsa con Coco, con la Coco Band, después que se fue para la Coco Band.
What?
Eso era para mí lo que bueno, la mayoría de la música que se escuchaba en los 80 siempre pasaba por las manos de Ramón Orlando, porque ese tipo era un fenómeno. El papá lo mandó a la escuela a estudiar música y él no solamente estudió de que merengue o tumbao, él estudió música clásica. Por eso es que Ramón Orlando estaba en Rusia tocando con una orquesta grande, merengue, porque ese tipo es bien estudiado en lo que es la música, no en merengue y en tumbao, pero en la música general. Bueno, Ramón Orlando canta con su papá y toca y produce música. Él deja la orquesta de su papá y se va porque le hacen una oferta bien grande. Bueno, él estaba haciendo grabaciones y ganando dinero con eso. Y después le ofrecen la Orquesta Internacional, que estaba como líder Peter Cruz, que canta Cometa Blanca, tararara, que yo me... You probably guys don't remember esa canción.
I know that song for sure.
Cometa Blanca, pero la Orquesta Internacional en realidad se hizo para Peter Cruz.
Yeah.
Y luego Los dueños de la Internacional le dijeron a él, búscate los mejores, las mejores saxofonistas, trompetistas, los mejores músicos. Y ellos fueron y le ofrecieron, Peter Cruz dice, según él, que le dijo, ve, háblate con Ramón, porque Ramón es un líder. Y así que entra. Lo que pasa es que Ramón toma como control de la orquesta, pero Peter dice, no, esto como que no está para mí. Le hacen una oferta y se va con otra empresa. Y Ramón Orlando se queda como líder del grupo y trae su muchacho que le hacían coro y cosas. Y tiene toditos los que están en la orquesta de la Orquesta Internacional. Fueron los que grababan toditas las canciones de los CD, de las grabaciones, los LP y cosas. Por eso que esos tipos ni practicaban. Él venía, vamos a hacer 5 temas en el show del mediodía. No hay que practicar. Aparece, todo el mundo está allá a las 11:30. Y van los muchachos, papá, y él marca 1, 2, 3 y todo el mundo se sabe la canción. Porque él estaba acostumbrado a tocar con estos muchachos en grabaciones. Todas las grabaciones que hacía Ramón Orlando era consumir su propio músico. Y así fue que creció hasta que después llegó los cantantes, que es donde está cantando Alexis Palacio, pero Alexis solamente pegó un solo tema. Después de ahí él cantó, sí, él estuvo cuando estaba El Venado, El Virao y qué sé yo qué, pero él se fue y ahora él vive en los Estados Unidos y según tengo entendido, él no toca nada de música de merengue y nada de eso, él canta, él es cristiano y se ha dedicado a su evangélico y ya no toca música, lo que decimos música mundana, eso es una palabra que usábamos nosotros mucho. Y ahí tienen 5 artistas que se han desaparecido, que la gente pregunta dónde están. Espero que les gustó mucho y que ustedes aprendieron algo, porque yo sé que ustedes conocen las canciones, pero hay veces que no se conocen los nombres, especialmente para nosotros que nos criamos en Nueva York, pero íbamos a Santo Domingo, escuché esa música bien popular que se escuchaba. Y bueno, espero que les gustó. Y nada, para adelante como el elefante. Dígame,
como el elefante.
Señores, déjame ver, ¿qué más tenemos aquí? Nada, algunos comentarios sobre lo que yo hablé hoy o cualquier otra cosita que quieran aportar, caballeros.
Gran presentación, aparte de ti, Clásico, siempre algo que se espera, esa sabiduría, esa información que tú nos presentas del arte del merengue, que es tan importante a la cultura dominicana y se debe preservar. Y nada, mi gente, espero que lo hayan disfrutado como yo lo disfruto siempre. Y ese tipo tiene esa cabeza llena.
Lo mío es, yo soy un enfermo, yo en general me gusta la música dominicana. El merengue obviamente es la música que yo considero como música dominicana, pero lo que es bachata y salsa y todo lo que tenga que ver, hasta la musiquita, lo mambero y de vez en cuando un dembowcero, hasta me gusta el lápiz, cosas, ¿tú me entiendes? Pero lo mío es la música, lo que yo considero, por eso es que me entusiasmo mucho con el tema, porque eso es lo mío. Y de política. Si tú me hablas de política, yo me tiro ahí 2 horas hablando disparate. Bueno.
Te dejé alguito ahí. No, solamente te dejé.
Señores, no se olviden. Denle like, suscríbanse, dale a la campanita para cada vez que tengamos un show, que normalmente son los miércoles. Para que nos sigan y aporten a este programa y los 2 programas de mis compañeros, que de verdad tenemos mucho buen contenido. Si te gusta el hip hop, si te gusta hablar de todo lo que está sucediendo en el mundo hoy, tenemos WTFtv con mi hermano O y ¿cómo que se dice? Yo le voy a traducir en español, pero vámonos con Check Other, con el hermano Echo Black. Señores, de verdad que estamos aportando a lo que está sucediendo de hoy. Se habla mucho de la música de hip hop, a los dominicanos que viven allá, que les gustan el hip hop. De verdad que sintonicen al programa, que lo van a disfrutar mucho. Y obviamente el show mío, no se olviden a entrar a mi página en Instagram. Estamos abriendo pasos, a ver si formamos algo grande en YouTube con mis compañeros, en otras plataformas para ver dónde va esto, ¿no es verdad? Eso es lo que estamos.
Así es.
Así que,
Yes,
bueno,
Antes de que nos despeguemos, yo quería también decir que esperen un contenido un poquito más, más organizado en lo que se trata del hip hop, que también quiero comenzar a hablar del hip hop internacional. Me ha interesado mucho muchos artistas que a lo mejor ustedes no conocen y a lo mejor darle esa clase de información y contenido.
Dale
que le da
luz.
Clásico.
Sí.
¿Ah?
Darle luz a esos
Sí,
artistas.
estaba yo escuchando un artista que yo la próxima semana voy a ponerlo en el programa, a ponerla a ella en el programa, una artista dominicana que es fenomenal cuando se trata de la lírica y del rap. Entonces también esperen un contenido un poquito más parecido a lo que ofrece Clásico, con información, lo que es no tanto el rap dominicano, pero el rap por el mundo entero. Así que nos vamos para allá.
Bueno, para cerrar, ¿qué usted dice, comandante?
Bueno, tenía una cosa que te lo había dejado a ti, pero es, la cultura nunca se pierde, solo espera que la volvamos a encender.
Ya.
Y por eso el canal, los Clásicos RD.
Buena, mala mía que no la vi, ya la veo aquí en el profile. Yo estoy volvido loco, imagínate, entusiasmado con el programa, pero no, de verdad, es verdad.
Te comiste un gummy hoy. Te comiste un gummy. Te comiste un gummy.
No, usted. No, yo hoy no. No, yo me estoy portando bien hoy. Tú no te has fijado que no me he dormido ni nada, no estoy en el aire, en el limbo. Ahora, si tú me encuentras así como en el limbo, es diferente, pero, hey,
Bueno, señores,
cilindrina.
entonces hasta la próxima, señores. Y, brother, como siempre, un placer estar con mis hermanos aquí, con el cerebro mental, el clásico, y el cerebro, el black. Ustedes, I feel like Pinky. No, yeah, Pinky, in between two brains, entre dos cerebros. ¿Por qué será? ¿Por qué será?
Y
Nah,
mira, y tú eres que tiene el casco más grande.
Es verdad.
Y tiene que casco más grande.
Oye, y se puede decir, y bien brilloso hoy.
No, porque ese tipo es como que se coge un brillo.
Se puso la crema de Anthony Santos.
Ese pone como un brillo aquí antes de la vaina, antes del sol.
bueno, señores, hasta la próxima semana.
Los Clásicos RD.
What the fuck TV? What the fuck TV?